Am I okay to assume you're a Ferrari fan?
Yeah, well, I'm a Lewis fan. So wherever Lewis goes, I will follow.
Follow Alonso wherever he goes, so regardless if it is in Aston Martin or wherever.
Looking forward to for the season. I can see you're a Mercedes fan and you're a Red Bull fan.
Hopefully, maybe Antonelli getting a podium in Bahrain, and also once again, hopefully George Russell. Hopefully, maybe both, even a win. No matter what, as long as we do good, I'm going to be very happy.
Season, I'm very excited. First of all, because we have a Brazilian driver now. I think 5-6 years without Brazilians, so it's super exciting. Gabriel, I'm rooting for him, and McLaren, of course, constructor drive. No, champions again, but I hope Lando wins the drivers' championship.
Hopefully, Max wins the title again. It's gonna be a top this year. I think it'll be a lot tighter this year with the new drivers coming through. You've got young ones, you've got Oliver Behrman and some of the other young drivers coming for this year. So I think it's going to be a test for Max. And now Lewis has gone to Ferrari. I think next year this season could be a complete different story.
This season, to see Lewis win all the races.
And yourself?
I think that if Lewis wins the championship this year with Ferrari, that would be a really iconic moment. And yeah, I think so. Then after that, we can talk about 2026 and how Alonso with Adrian Newey can just capitalize on the third world title. But at the moment, I think I support Lewis for this year.
How do you think the partnership between Liam Lawson and Max Verstappen will be?
I think he'll learn from Max. If he's going to learn from anybody, after the titles he's won the last 3 years, I think Max is the best person to teach him. So I think it's going to be a lot harder this year. I think for the season this year, to be honest. But Max is a good teacher, very good teacher. So if he's going to learn from the best, he's going to learn from the best.
Well, I mean, George Russell obviously can, help him, teach him how to obviously perform well enough. And I think just them two generally could make a great team. And I have a feeling that is what is going to happen this season.
We have Lando and Piastri who are going to be driving for you this season. They are both very young. We saw them last season and how they paired, and you guys won the Constructors' Championship. Do you think you can do it again this season?
For sure. I think McLaren is in a good way now. The car is good, the team is good. Lando, I think, is a leader, natural leader, and I think again. I hope so.
You're a Mercedes fan. How did you feel about Lewis Hamilton moving to Ferrari?
I mean, obviously I was shocked, but I mean, it is the best for him. As Ferrari, he could easily try and maybe finally get the 8th championship that he wants.
At first I was in shock. I half didn't believe it, and I was like, oh, he's moving. But then I always trust that Lewis knows best. So I was like, well, if he's made that decision, he knows more than anybody else, like any media, anyone else.
It was a similar,
so I have trust
it was a
in
similar
Lewis.
reaction when he changed from McLaren to a Mercedes. Everybody was thinking he's crazy and what he's gonna do, and we can see the results, right?
Do you think Lewis is going to get an 8th title, or is he going to be there to help Charles get his first world championship?
I think it could either be one or the both. It could be both, or it could just be one of them. It is going to be a very, very great pairing team, and I just think both of them can perform well. So it really just depends on what happens.
I think it'll be an interesting dynamic, but I think Lewis is always going to have the upper hand just because he's got more experience and he's Lewis. And yeah, I think he's going to get his 8th world title. It should be his 9th, but it'll be his 8th. And yeah, I think a change of scenery, a new place, a new team, new people around him, some new, some old, because now he's got Angela back. I think it's going to be a good grounding for him. So I'm excited to see him win.
I think Lewis has got more experience. He's been around. He's been around for a long time, and he's won enough championships. He's the best driver at the grid. So anything can happen, really. To be honest, Lewis is a good driver. Leclerc's a good driver. So let's just see what happens. I just can't wait for the season to start.
I think Lewis, he's the GOAT, so he can for sure. But as a McLaren fan, Lando fan, I hope Lando win this year and maybe next year Ferrari, Lewis can.
Let's speak about Fernando. What would you like to see this coming season?
I think that being realistic, it will be only just a step forward in the midfield. So considering that we have got like a very similar car potentially this year, and Adrian Newey hasn't been really involved on that, we're always like thinking about Adrian Newey is going to be marvelous things, and we are hoping that for the new regulations and 2026 we are going to be seeing this happening. But at least for this year, I think that a step forward towards the higher tier or the midfield, but a little bit more on a higher position than last year. That would be probably a realistic goal, really.
Who do you think is going to stand out among the young drivers?
I would say Gabriel Bortoleto because, well, only 2 years ago he won the F3 title. Then last year, obviously, F2. And now he's in F1. And I have a feeling that he can definitely perform well against Hulkenberg.
Oliver Behrman, he's a young lad. He's been in F2. He's won races. I think he's going to be one to watch out for. I think he'd be another like young George Russell. And it seems like he's going to do really, really well. And his family, I've met his family, his dad and his family, and they're all behind him. So I wish him for the best. Like, I think he's going to be really good for Haas. I think he'll do a really good job.
Apart from Lando and McLaren, which other driver are you backing? Like, which one will you support?
George, for sure. I met him last year in Silverstone, was like a dream. And of course, Gabriel Bortoleto, Brazilian in Salvernal.
What race do you always look forward to?
I always enjoy Silverstone just because it's like Lewis's home track, and I just love that. But I love the home trackness of it.
Interlagos, because it's my home race and always good races, right? Always. And then Silverstone.
I would say Montmeló, like I would say Barcelona. Fortunately, we don't really have much long until that changes, right? But for what is left, I have to enjoy the last few races that we have got in my country, or in my city. So yeah, it's.
All right, thank you.